Hello everyone and welcome to another developers update for Shadow Heroes Avenged in Flames, where we give you all the behind the scenes access to how we put the game together and what we're currently doing. Today I'm going to be showing you the recent work that we've been doing on streamlining the equipment system. So it's still a work in progress, but we've made it so we can add items and modify them and tweak them and balance them a lot easier than we did before, and I'm going to walk you through the process of our actual item creation and some of the steps that we've made towards that. So let's jump into that. So the first thing that we need to do to make an item, we have an armor band and a mana battery. That's what we have right now. First thing we need to do to make a new one is decide which item we're going to make. Now I've already picked out one that I want us to do because it's a cool little picture that it has for it, and it has multiple stats, so I can show you that as well. So first thing we need is we need to actually make a new item here. There's not a lot that we can do there. So first, I jump inside of the class viewer. So these are all the classes, in both the engine and all of the game. So I want to open up a new Shadow Heroes item. So I'm going to create a blueprint. A blueprint is new to UE4. It's like, well, it's literally it's a blueprint. You put in all of the basic information about an item, and you can make as many copies of it as you want. Each one is its own unique thing. So it's kind of like a template, but a little bit different in terms of the programming, because you can tell it to do different things as well. So I want to take this blueprint, and it's going to go in our blueprints folder and items, and I'm going to be making a new master item. So this is not an item that's going to actually go inside the game, but we're going to have all kinds of copies of it. So this is going to be the Holy Blade. Right. So this is what our blueprint looks like, and we're basically done with our class view right now. So if I over here, so I don't think you can actually see this. Let me jump in and add that real quick. I can do it this way. There you go. So this is our blueprint, and it's got not a lot here at all, but this is just our Holy Blade is a Shadow Heroes item, nothing else. So first thing we're going to do is, see over here, we have a new Holy Blade. We're going to jump over into our assets items. I'm going to grab our Holy Blade image. And all I need to do is have it selected. Go back to my blueprint, go into defaults, and put my image there. So now we have the Holy Blade icon associated with this item. The item name is Holy Blade. It has an item description. Now I'm just going to copy it instead of typing it out for you the whole time. This is straight out of our doc. So massive blades, mana forged in the bowels of St. Amelia's Cathedral. And it's going to have a cost. So every time you want to equip an item to a series of units, it's going to cost you a little bit of your money. So you can build more units, or you can buy equipment for them inside the game. And this is going to be one of the things that you can buy. So it's going to cost, money's really easy, you get it every second, so it's not unheard of for it to be a little bit more expensive. So it's going to cost about 750, and 750 is a little less than hiring one demigod. But demigod is the most expensive thing in the game, most expensive unit anyway. You're going to have other pieces of equipment that are really powerful. They're going to cost way more than a demigod though. Is active or is it passive? This is a stat that's going to tell you whether or not you have to click on this item to use it, or if it's going to be something that the units will use on their own. So I'm going to have well, this isn't really doing anything right now, but I'm going to have it so it's going to end up being passive, because I don't want to put a lot of abilities or anything on this. It's just going to be a passive item that's going to give you boosts. So meta level is going to be 0 for our master items. You're going to have an equipment slot. We don't use the max length one, it doesn't go anywhere, but this is going to be for weapons. So every unit is going to have a head, armor, weapons, legs, and a miscellaneous slot. Miscellaneous is going to be for things like amulets and weird little red fungus things, and I'm kind of looking at any other things that we have over here. Magic tattoos and jetpacks. Yeah. Just because it's called jetpack doesn't mean it makes you fly, though maybe we could make it so you fly. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Yeah. So there we go. That's kind of the slot. Now our stat changes. This is basically like the meat and potatoes of what the item does. So we can have it do any number of things. So I want it to do, first, open it up. It is going to change. We have max health, defense, damage min, damage max, range multiplier, attack speed, movement speed, and abilities. So ability is when it's going to actually return another ability. But first thing I want to do is change my min damage, because it's a big sword, and it's going to increase my minimum damage by 10. Add another one. Increase my maximum damage by 10. You know what, let's go 12, just to break it up a little bit. It's big. You have a good chance of missing. Negatives would work inside of here too, because all the programming does is math. So what I'm also going to do is, when you put this big sword on as well, we're also going to take our attack speed and minus it by 0.2. That might be a little much. 0.1. So you get 10% slower attack speed. So your attack speed, the way that it works is you go from 1, or from 0 to 1. If it's 0, it's got no delay between your attacks. But if you have 1, you have a 1 second delay between your attacks. Right, and this multiplier is kind of inside of there. So we hit compile, it's good, our basic Holy Blade is set up. But this is not an item that you actually use inside the game. So we're going to jump back over to the content browser, look at my master items, there's my Holy Blade. What I'm going to do is go create a blueprint based off of this. And that's basically it. I don't really want to touch anything inside of this right now. First thing I want to do is take this copy, drag it into my instances. I'm going to go move here. So now I have my Holy Blade. I'm going to rename it. It's going to be Holy Blade underscore M0, because the system that we use is, sorry, not M0, Q0, because we use quality levels, so Q levels. And now I can jump inside of it, change its meta to 1, and I can adjust all of these stats. So the reason why we do this is, if for any reason that we want to change something, you'll see that we get little defaults over here. Right? If there's something that we want to change about all of the items, and it's not one of these things that have been changed, we can jump back into our master. So just to show you, if I jump back into my master for the Holy Blade, and I want to change its image, say I don't want the Holy Blade to look like that anymore. I want it to look like this rock. This is the Suicide Stone, and I want to put it there, and I just put it on the wrong one. Let's revert that. So if I put it on the Suicide Stone, it automatically updates on the other one as well. So we have one master that's always going to be there, and it can change all of the children. So yeah, let's put that back so it's not a rock anymore, and we have our Holy Blade. So we're going to do this 10 times over the for each item, and everyone will be able to increase the cost if we want, and increase the damage, and get rid of the attack speed penalties, and it'll all kind of work together. So that's how we create our items. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you let me know. If you have any suggestions, or you want to see more of the things like this, like the video, leave a comment, tell us what you think. And I'll see you guys next time.